are you doing? Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you guys. It is, what date is it today, by the way? Let's see what my trust. Oh, wow, July 29th. Yeah, sorry, they just said July, June 29th, guys. The month is pretty much done, and the summer is just getting started. That's quite amazing, guys. So I'm on my way to work, and I would just want to say hello and see what's cooking good looking. Da. So I'm just hoping that traffic is not too bad today because I'm just not a traffic person. It's tough to deal with traffic, trust me. Traffic is crazy here in Toronto, as my Torontonians know. And my job is it's about 1 hour and a half to 2 hours away from my house. So it's quite a challenge to, it's quite a challenge to drive to work. Okay, I think I better go in this lane here because this person is not driving accordingly. So what's up, guys? Good morning. How was your weekend? Happy Monday. A lot of people complain about. Oh boy, it's emerging. And a lot of people complain about Monday. Monday is pretty tough, and I get it. After the weekend, you do your fun stuff with your family or whatever. So Monday comes around and it's like, oh my God, I want to go back to bed. What's going on, man? I want to go back to sleep. So I get it. Monday is tough. This morning, I mean, I woke up a little bit late. Not that late. I was thinking to myself, I said to my wife, "Hey, you guys should have woken me up." But it was all good. And then I have a meeting. And hey, morning, guys. What's going on? Thank you for joining the live, guys. I'm just on my way to work. Just had a meeting with my. This is kind of funny. I woke up this morning and there's a meeting, but it's all in Chinese because the people that I work with, most of them are Asian, Koreans, and Taiwanese. So then after I looked on my phone, everything's in Chinese, and I'm like, how did I join this meeting? And then there was no link. And guess what? When I sent the link was in Chinese. So I'm like, okay, let me just try it out. So I hit that link, and so can you imagine sitting in a meeting for 1 hour, and it's all in Chinese? So I'm like, okay, what do I do? But in all fairness, I've been to these meetings before, and then whenever they have something for me to do, they'll translate. They're like, okay, Edward, you're supposed to be doing this, da 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 da. But it was kind of weird. Just kind of sitting there, listening to Chinese, and I don't know, it's a bit uncomfortable. But you know what? I'm getting used to it. So what's up, guys? How's your weekend? What's going on? This weekend we didn't do much. We went to two birthday parties. They're amazing. I mean, I know it's kind of boring stuff. Hanging out with friends and blah blah blah. But this calendar day we are going to Niagara Falls. So make sure you guys join us. We are going to be maybe going live. We go to the wave pool. I try not to video the wave pool event because there are kids there. I don't want to be filming people's kids and all that stuff. Especially YouTube doesn't like that, right? But yeah, we're gonna be going to Niagara Falls on let's say Wednesday, Thursday, and we're gonna be coming back Friday. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Show some love and support, guys. We go to Niagara Falls every year, pretty much every year. We don't always go to where the falls are. We've been there so many times, but we do like walking along, Clifton Hills, where you got all the games, all the attractions, the entertainment, and all that fancy stuff. So, Niagara Falls is amazing. We love it. We got relatively young kids, and we go to most for the kids. The kids love going to the wave pool. They like playing video games. I mean, I like the wave pool too, and I can't swim. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy there. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Niagara Falls this week. Um, I mean, we promised ourselves we're never gonna go to Niagara Falls during a holiday, and the reason is it's very crowded, right? Very crowded. I remember one year, I don't know, maybe 2000 whatever, 20 whatever. We went there Canada Day and it was so packed. Oh my God, it was so packed. I was like, never again. You know what I mean? You're outside, but there's still no space to walk, right? And look, everybody deserves to be outside with their family. It's the summertime, and so it's not such a big deal, right? But when you have like your young kids with you, whatever, it's kind of it could be a little bit stressful. You want to get lost in the crowd and all that, but we love Niagara Falls, and that's what we do. And so put in the comments, guys. Do you guys love Niagara Falls? And I appreciate if you guys give a like and hit the subscribe button, folks. We also like to go to Canada's Wonderland, and so we don't go, every year. Like I've been there, I don't know, maybe like maybe 4 or 5 times, and the last time we went was, yeah, I think we went last year. So this year we're gonna go again. I'm not a big ride person, so if you guys are looking for me to go to Leviathan or what's it, Alpen or Aspen Fury? I think Alpen Fury. I don't go on those rides. Okay, those rides are for crazy crazy people. Like, do you see the speed of Alpen Fury? Oh my God, it's insane. Like, I mean, most roller coasters just start really slow and then kind of climbs and then dips, right? So at least you know what to expect, right? The standard coaster, you got the Mind Buster, you got the Bat. Well, I'm not even sure if they have the Bat anymore, but the Alpen Fury, and I hope I'm saying it right, it actually starts off really fast. So I'm like, you're expecting me to go on that? No, thank you. I mean, if you give me $1 million, I may go on it, but is it worth taking a chance? Yeah, I'm not a big ride fan, man, but surprisingly, there's one. I think it's the Mind Buster. It actually doesn't look too bad, you know. But seeing it on video and being on the ride itself, it's actually two totally different things. Because I see people on TikTok saying, "No, that's kind of boring," and other people saying, "No, when you're on it, it's different." So it's insane, man. I remember one year I went on this ride. It's not even a ride. I don't know what to call it. But anyway, it's a drop zone. They changed the name, right? So it lifts you all the way up, like 1,000 stories, and it drops you. And that traumatized me. So I'm like, never again. I'm not going on any crazy rides like that. That was the last crazy ride I go on. So when we do visit Canada's Wonderland or the CNE, normally I go on, the whatever rides my kids go on, that's what I go on. I go on the merry-go-round, Ferris wheel, and those great, the bumper. I love the bumper cars. The bumper cars are so, from when I was a kid. I'm a kid at heart. I love the bumper cars. But I don't know. Put in the comments, guys. Do you guys love crazy rides, crazy coasters? Put in the comments, guys, and hit the like button, folks. Yeah. So let me see. So we got Niagara Falls this week. In a couple days out, we're there. We got Kansas Land. Well, CNE is opening in August, right? If you're Canadian, you guys know CNE is usually open late. And I always wondered, why does the CNE open so late in the summer? I mean, the summer's almost done, and then it's starting to. I can't really figure it out, but I guess it's tradition. Whenever the CNE is opening in, it's starting to open. Then usually that school is going to start soon, right? But I don't know if it makes much sense, right? They should open it at the same time as Canada's Wonderland, which opens in May, right? But I think Canada's Wonderland is better than the CNE. There's more rides. I think more games too. So put in the comments, guys. What do you guys think? Do you like the CNE more or Canada's Wonderland? Put in the comments, guys. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying here. Um, only on. I'm trying to read this here. Like accepted. Mark. Okay, I'm not sure what that person said. Anyways, guys, Thanks for joining, guys. Put in the comments, where are you joining from? Are you guys? Oh, my magnetic stuff wasn't working properly. So we're put in the comments, guys. Where are you guys joining from? You guys are from the. I guess are from Toronto. I'm from Toronto. We have the World Cup going on, the FIFA World Cup. But hey, Canada! Congratulations, Canada, man! Canada is doing really well. They actually beat South Africa yesterday. I didn't see the match, but I saw the highlights of the goal. Very good goal. And I'm sure Canada's worked very hard to get where they are. And yeah, I mean, I wish them well. I'm Canadian, so yeah, want want us to go far. Realistically, we got to face, if we reach that far, like Argentina, Brazil, Germany, France. France is doing really well, all right? Um, but to be honest, even though I'm Canadian, Brazil has always been my team. Ever since growing up, Brazil, I love Brazil. I'm from well, I mean, Diego Maradona is Argentina. I like Argentina too. Um, from the Pele days and Zico, Ronaldinho, old school. I've always loved Brazil, and so that's my team, and I think globally, Brazil is usually the number one team because they're so good. They work very hard, they're very skilled, they're juggling the ball since they're in the stomach, since they're in the mother's womb. Like that's why they're so good. Yeah, so Brazil is my team. Um, but I do want like an African team to win. I don't know if Nigeria is still in. I think South Africa's out now. I think since Canada beat them. Um, who else? You have Senegal, Morocco, but again, I'm not sure if those teams are still in. So